Oh my god, hey! Welcome back to my Stagey YouTube channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Mickey Joe and I am obsessed with all things theatre. Today, I am back in the West End at the Criterion Theatre to see Amelie, the musical. I've seen the show before, I got invited to come see it tonight and review it, so I'm going to let you know what I think of the show and what it's like inside the theatre. Stay tuned to find out what I thought about Amelie, the musical. This is the sound of going round in circles. Oh gosh, I can't make the chair stop. Oh, I'm reclining involuntarily. Oh my god, hey! Welcome back to my kingdom of stagey isolation. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Mickey Joe and I am obsessed with all things theatre. So, last night, I got invited to go and review Amelie, the new musical opening at the Criterion Theatre in the West End. I saw this show on tour about 18 months ago at a theatre that, thanks to COVID, no longer really exists. Since then, I got super into the cast recording. I did a reaction video for that when it came out last April. And now the show is finally opening in the West End, which is just super exciting. I'm also always a big proponent of new, creative, innovative indie musicals like these finding big audiences in the West End. I think it's really exciting to platform shows like this amongst the other sort of big West End titans. So if you're familiar with Amelie the musical at all, it's very different to the Broadway version of the show. The biggest difference is the score and the way that they have fully readapted it with a more authentic Parisian sound. The structure of the show has also changed considerably. If you're waiting for the song Times Are Hard for Dreamers, you're going to be waiting a long time. It is no longer the opening to the show. It is no longer in Act 1. The other thing that's really changed about this show is the whole way that it's staged. Michael Fentiman, the director, re-adapted the direction of the show at the Watermill Theatre originally in an actor-musician style. This was really popular a few years ago, where there's no band, no orchestra hidden away anywhere. The actors on stage are also musicians. They are playing the instruments. This gives the opportunity for some really interesting things creatively. There's a moment where Amelie accompanies herself on the piano. Her parents both have cellos. They sort of come together to make a boat. They do lots of very cool, interesting, creative things with this actor-musician staging, which I'm always a huge fan of when done well and creatively. I ended up giving this show 4 stars. If you want to read my full review, it is over on my blog at mickeyjoetheatre.co.uk. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really dynamic, really funny, really expressive, really emotive. I enjoy the stories that it tells. Occasionally the narrative is a little hard to follow, even as someone who has seen the film, seen the show before, and listened to the cast recording a lot, and I mean a lot. That's not the show's fault, because the French film it's based on is incredibly convoluted and it's one of those that has a million different characters. They all have subplots, they all have backstories, and so trying to get all this information across can be challenging. The sound design was also a little bit challenging because you have to balance the acoustics of instruments being played on stage with mic'd actors, and trying to get these very fast-paced lyrics out and trying to hear all of that diction can be challenging, and so I think a few of the finer plot points were a little lost. There's also moments where the pacing of the show is a little odd, but again, that's more to do with the writing than this production. Everything about this production I really enjoyed. The set design, glorious. There's a moment where Amelie does a really cool thing and sort of flies a little bit around the stage. I don't want to spoil that too much for you, but it's really cool every time that they do it. The cast were really fantastic. I mean, praise for this show starts and ends with Audrey Brisson as Amelie. It is a huge role. She is perfect for it. It's one of those sort of career-defining roles where it feels like this is the performance she was born to give. She is so, so good in this role. She's everything you would expect from the movie, but also brings her own interpretation to it as well. Amelie is a very interesting character that you don't see widely represented in theatre because she's such an introvert. She's not the type to sing a big, expressive I Want song. That's the reason she doesn't sing it now until the second act. She is a lot more insular, she is a lot more isolated, and she sort of desperately wants to relate to the people in the world around her, and that is what the show is about. I also really enjoyed Chris Jarrett as Nino. Now, when I saw the show on tour, I saw Danny Mac in this role, and I thought he gave a really good performance, but was maybe a little bit miscast because he has such a natural charisma about him, and Nino is meant to be sort of more awkward. I think Danny Mac's natural charismatic performance made him a little bit at odds with Amelie's nervousness and anxiety. The two of them now are so perfectly matched to each other, and come to find out, They are a real life couple, they met during the show, and they had a baby during lockdown, which is adorable. Not only is that lovely to know, it adds so much to the relationship they're portraying on stage. There's these incredibly just passionate and beautiful moments where they finally come together after a long time of sort of chasing each other around this show. Also, I would like the baby to be in the show. The baby can play young Amelie, or the fish at the beginning. I'm not choosy. We need more stagey babies. That's fun to say. Stagey baby, stagey baby, stagey baby, stagey baby. Anyway, really everyone in the cast was very strong. It's a really tight ensemble cast, the way they're also playing instruments together as a band. The stage is pretty packed full of people most of the time, accompanying each other and supporting each other. It's a really lovely visual representation of a West End that's coming together. There's a huge amount of camaraderie, you can feel it between the ensemble. My favourite moments from this show, I mean, you can't top the end of Act 1 when Amelie is watching Princess Diana's funeral and has this whole dream sequence moment where she sees herself inserted into it, and I think his name's pronounced Caolan McCarthy? I don't know how to pronounce this name, but he plays Elton John in this parody version of Candle in the Wind that becomes a gospel jubilant Act 1 finale filled with smoke and the entire ensemble. It's just nonsense and so much fun. I also enjoy the moments where the ensemble just really get to indulge in the music, and there's some of these really great chords and these moments where they get to play these really fast-paced folk songs and the audience really enjoys it. The ensemble clearly enjoy what they're doing. It's such a nice warm moment in the theatre. I'm also going to add to that when Amelie sings the song halfway towards the beginning of Act 2. She accompanies herself on piano. She sings a duet with the ghost of her dead mother. Stay with me. This is such a character-defining song for Amelie. I think the Broadway run really popularised the song Times Are Hard for Dreamers and everyone knows that one, but this is the song that really captures her character and why she is the way she is. The vocal is so powerful, the acting is so strong and so sincere, and the fact that she is accompanying herself brings so much more to it. It's really her feelings that she is expressing and putting across. I had a lovely time at the Criterion Theatre. There was a nice socially distanced queue outside, lots of staff available to explain to you the sort of policies and procedures. There were temperature checks, we had to use hand sanitizer, there were texts sent out beforehand giving you the chance to order things from the bar and to check in, fill out a little questionnaire. Tickets were checked electronically. We then went down underground. Who knew the Criterion Theatre was underground? Not this guy. I really loved all of the decoration inside. It reminded me of an old-timey European train station, which is also the set of Amelie, so this show just works so perfectly in this theatre, I can't even tell you. We went through to the bar, I bought merchandise, I got this t-shirt, they have it in other colours as well, they also have a programme, they have a fridge magnet, they have a badge. I was in the stalls and they had taken out every other row, so we had a huge amount of legroom, like masses. I could not reach the seat in front of me if I wanted to. More of that at the theatre, please. My goodness. So we had a really nice time at the show, we felt safe the whole time, the performances were so good. I would love for this show to be really successful in London. My dream West End definitely has musicals like Amelie playing at West End theatres. I really enjoy that this is happening this summer, that they are taking a risk on this. I think it's such a great show, and it carries a really important message for the times that we're in right now. A lot of people are going to say things about how the lyrics are so appropriate. She sings a love song that says, "Stay where you are, don't come too close and don't go too far." But also the whole show is about overcoming anxieties and the power of togetherness and interpersonal connectivity and relationships. And that's so important right now. That's something that the whole world is coming to understand the value of more and more. This is a beautiful show for you to go see with your families, with your children, if you're French. If you're a fan of the film, you're going to love this. If you're any kind of a fan of like folky musicals, you're going to love this. Anyone who's into like artsy, creative, Sondheimy type musicals, you're going to love this as well. Great show for a date too. Very romantic. Essentially, buy a ticket, thank me later. But wait, there's more. In celebration of Amelie the Musical opening in the West End, I'm also giving away this free souvenir programme. It's filled with all of the information you'd expect about the show, all of the information about the cast. We have a synopsis, we have a song list, we have some beautiful rehearsal photographs taken by one of the cast members. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning this is to comment below #MickeyJoeGiveaway. Make sure you have liked this video and subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you'd like more chances to win, head over to Twitter, find my tweet on my Twitter profile @MickeyJoeTheatre where I have tweeted about this giveaway, retweet that for an additional entry. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my Stagey YouTube channel. Recommend it to a friend if you have stagey friends. If not, why not? Where are your stagey friends? Make stagey friends. Have a stagey baby. Stagey baby. Also, if you would like to support me as a content creator, you can head over to patreon.com/Mickey Joe Theatre, where for a variety of membership prices, you can gain access to all sorts of exclusive perks, including extended versions of some of the videos I post on here, extra video content, as well as exclusive photo shoots of my musical theatre cosplays. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey. Thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe! Stagey baby.